Hello and welcome. You're with Elections Unlocked, your one-stop destination for all things elections in the battle for 2024. We bring you all the twists and turns, bring you the big picture so that this is news with real knowledge. That's right. You're watching the Elections Unlocked. Let's get cracking on the show by telling you first what's happening in the Bharatiya Janata Party. BJP invests a lot in last-mile connectivity and indeed in giving tickets to the right candidates as the party sees it. Prime Minister Modi and the top brass of the BJP are attending that first major central committee meeting where we expect at least some of the candidates to be decided. The Home Minister Amit Shah, the BJP President J.P. Nadda are also attending that crucial meeting taking place in the national capital. We believe that at that meeting, the BJP will decide on its first Lok Sabha list. Leaders who are arriving for that meeting are from across the country. There are reports that the BJP could be dropping a lot of their sitting MPs and looking at new faces. Those are some of the questions we'll raise. What is the BJP's strategy for Lok Sabha 2024? And who better to answer that than my colleague Paulomi Saha, who's joining me, and she really tracks the BJP inside out. Good to see you, Paulomi. Give me a sense of what lies ahead. What is the big picture that you expect to come out of these election meetings? Is the BJP really planning to drop a lot of their sitting MPs?
Yes, they are. They are looking at fresh faces because the entire focus is on winnability. At the moment, they've done their performance reviews and assessments. While the MPs have, of course, may have, given their own reports as to what work they've done on the ground in terms of taking the central schemes to their constituents, etc. The BJP, of course, does its own survey. It does its own checking on the ground with its own local, local party workers, booth-level workers, who then report back to the central leadership with what, the people are saying about their local MP as well. So winnability is going to be the big factor. Expect fresh faces in the BJP's list of candidates. And, some are even saying that at least 1/3 of that list of candidates will be new faces altogether.
You're giving us a big news point. That is the BJP, which won 303 seats last time in the Lok Sabha. 1/3 would be about roughly 100 new faces possibly. And this is just in the seats which they won, presumably. Or are we talking about overall? Because interestingly, the BJP has also focused on 160-odd seats where they came second or third, 164, I think, where they came second or third. And those seats are also possibly being decided today.
That's right.
Or some of them at least.
Yes. The first list, why they're coming out with this first list, they will come out eventually in the course of a couple of days. You'll have that first list out as well. They're doing this because they want to give, they're focusing on weak seats. Of course, you'll have some of the high-profile names. The first name will be Narendra Modi on that list, and Amit Shah and others as well. But the focus of this list is going to be about candidates that, one, who are fresh, those who are being, pitched from weak seats, as they call it. They have categories of seats as Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. A, where you've been winning. B, where you won the last time round. B, C, where you did not win the past 2 times. D, where you've not won for 3 consecutive times. So those are your weakest seats. So as per that list, the BJP is looking at Group C and Group D at the moment. So you give those candidates enough amount of time to hit the ground running even before the general election schedule is out. So you have enough number of days to campaign and canvass across those constituencies.
How many of them? Interesting. You're saying A, B, C, D. C are the seats where they didn't win the last election. D, where they've never won.
Yeah.
That would be
3
about
consecutive terms as far as D is concerned. 2 consecutive terms as far as C is concerned.
So that would be about 160 odd seats, I think, across the country is what I was told by a BJP source. You're saying that they will start from those seats and then go upwards to the seats that they are almost certain to win.
They did this with the assembly elections of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan as well.
What is your sense? The allies, will they get a very small share of seats and the BJP will actually contest more seats this time than they did in 2019?
No, it will again, boil
or
down
around the same?
It will be around the same. It will boil down to a lot of give and take as well, based on how the BJP is positioned. Like in Andhra Pradesh, for instance, where they've been in conversation with the TDP, they're already in alliance with the Jan Sena, Pavan Kalyan. So the TDP will have the upper hand as far as the negotiations are concerned, because they're looking at simultaneously the Andhra Pradesh assembly elections as well, and the BJP and the TDP wants to cash in on the anti-YSRCP wave in Andhra Pradesh at the moment. So the BJP, for instance, over there, the BJP wants to contest at least six seats, but it's likely they will have to settle for 4 or 5.
But that alliance is on.
That alliance has not been officially announced at the moment, but yes, there have been several rounds of conversations. We'll probably know about it soon enough. When I'm speaking about weak seats and how the BJP, you sort of, put it together, that this is how the BJP thinks. Just look at the Prime Minister's tour schedule. Since the Pran Pratishtha on January 22nd, and the states that he's been touring. He's been touring states where the BJP cannot be, you can't say that the BJP is in pole position in those states.
Kerala, the Tamil Nadus, the Andhra Pradeshes.
Exactly. Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Bengal this week coming up, Jammu and Kashmir coming up as well. He's focusing, before the schedule is announced, he's focusing on states where the BJP is not at its strongest.
He's on a Bharat Darshan, and you spoke of Bengal. So we're going to turn our attention to Bengal, because to reach that grand target that the BJP has set itself of 370 seats, many believe this is just to psychologically intimidate the opposition. States like West Bengal, where traditionally the BJP has not been the dominant party, become very important. Last time the BJP won 18 seats. This in a state where previously they'd just won 3. In all the elections, Lok Sabha elections stretching back to 1952, the BJP just won a handful of seats in Bengal. Suddenly, you come into 2019 and the BJP wins as many as 18 of the 42 seats. So the Prime Minister will be in West Bengal tomorrow. He's going to address 2 rallies there, have an overnight stay, and he will be in Bengal on 3 occasions in the next week. This against the backdrop of Sandesh Kali, which clearly has put the Trinamool Congress on the back foot. On Friday, the Prime Minister will be addressing a rally there, and there will be at Arambagh, Hooghly, and then he will go back to Bengal in a couple of days. Finally, on Saturday, he will address a rally at Krishnanagar in Nadia district. This is where Mahua Moitra comes from. And then we'll be back in Bengal on the 8th of March to mark International Women's Day with a rally at Barasat in North 24 Parganas, where he could be meeting the victims of Sandesh Kali in this rally. The TMC, on the other hand, has planned a big rally at Brigade Parade Ground in Kolkata 2 days after the Prime Minister's Barasat rally on the 10th of March. So clearly battle lines drawn. And those are the battle lines that I want to speak to Paulomi and also to Indrajit Kundu, who's of course our man in Bengal. Interestingly, in 2019, the BJP won by projecting Mamta Banerjee as anti-Hindu. That worked to some extent in Lok Sabha, didn't work in the Vidhan Sabha. Now they're trying to project her possibly, Paulomi, as anti-woman. And that might be an interesting way of looking at it. But let's go to Indrajit first. Indrajit, it appears that all eyes on Bengal, the battle for Bengal beginning over the next week. What's the sense that you're picking up? What is the BJP looking at in Bengal? 18 last time. Are they looking to go higher? 22, 24 is what they're aiming at in Bengal this time?
Well, absolutely. The BJP wants to hit bull's eye in West Bengal out of the 42 seats as much they can, because Amit Shah has given them a target of 35 seats, because the BJP feels that if there is a saturation point, especially in the Hindi belt, and if there are some notional losses that happens to the party there, they want to make it up here in Bengal. They are on the upswing, on an upsurge in the state, with their vote share going up. And with the 18 seats, which was a historic high and a historic record for the BJP, they clearly now sense that, they can improve on that in West Bengal. And whatever number of seats they can back from Bengal will give them an advantage on the national scenario. And that's the reason why Prime Minister Modi will be here in West Bengal tomorrow for a 2-day trip. So he's choosing to visit West Bengal pretty early, even before the election dates have been announced. And he would be staying back in Kolkata tomorrow he would be staying the night tomorrow at the Raj Bhavan in Kolkata, going to Krishnanagar. Tomorrow he has a rally in Arambagh, which is in Hooghly district. That's where the BJP has found some ground space, and Lokit Chatterjee was the MP from Hooghly. Then they are also focusing on Krishnanagar, which is Nadia district, where there is a substantial Matua population, and the BJP hopes that the CAA card that they have played, and they're continuously saying in the last 5 years that they will bring and implement CAA once they come to power. It hasn't happened, but they're still using it as a carrot to woo the Matua voters in the region in Krishnanagar. And also, as you said, the woman vote bank. Mamta Banerjee's big plank has been the Muslim and the woman vote bank, Mahila and Muslim, the two M's. And somewhere down the line, the BJP feels by using Sandesh Khali and the allegations of sexual harassment that some women have raised, they are using this to somehow corner Mamta Banerjee and her image that she is the protector of the women vote. And therefore, Prime Minister will be back once again after these two-day, rallies. He would be here on Women's Day, on International Women's Day on March 8th, and he will be in the same very district, not 24 Pargana, where this Sandesh Khali episode is happening. And the BJP is planning that at Prime Minister's rally in North 24 Parganas, Barasat, they're going to bring some of these women victims from Sandesh Khali so that they get this grand stage to meet the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister would be able to allay some of their fears and concerns.
Indrajit, how is Mamta planning to counter what the Prime Minister's Bengal push is? How is she going to counter it? There's this big rally on the 10th, but we're also told she's now reactivating, ensuring that all the Manrega cards, for example, if the center is not providing funds, the Bengal government is giving women money in their bank accounts. Is that the way she wants to counter Sandesh Khali? Shah Jahan Sheikh arrested today, so showing that you're trying to be a little bit more proactive?
Well, absolutely. This should have happened much earlier, putting Shah Jahan Sheikh behind the bars. That sends a signal. And Mamta Banerjee wants, and the Trinamool Congress, of course, has its plans clear. They are giving direct benefit transfer to women. She has doubled that amount in her state budget just a few weeks back. So, Kanyashri scheme or Lokhir Bhandar scheme, which is a direct benefit transfer to housewives, that's a huge hit. And that's a solid, base. What Mamta Banerjee is trying to counter BJP's Hindutva aggression with, Bengali pride one. We saw Bangla Nijer Meke Chai in the last elections. And also with the women factor. So the communal angle, she wants to thwart it with the women vote upsurge in her favor. And that somehow BJP is also trying to barge in this time around. So, on 10th, there's going to be a huge rally. And the Trinamool Congress will, of course, harp on the point that the central government has not been giving in to the demands of the state government, and it is the center which is the villain, because it's upholding the legitimate dues of the people of Bengal. That's the message that they want to take home. And therefore, she's also said that even though her state finances are not very well, she said that no matter if the center doesn't give the Narega funds, we are going to provide you with the money. So it's all about the direct benefit transfer to the people and who can, project themselves as a savior of the people in these crucial 2 months.
Okay, it's actually round 3 when I look at it. 2019, round 1, BJP really, in a way, won that battle. 2021 was round 2. Mamta won that battle. Who will win the battle for 2024 in Bengal? Paulomi and Indrajit, appreciate you joining us. I want to take you now to Andhra Pradesh. Remember, this is a state which will have both Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections being held simultaneously. And Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy seems to be under some pressure. In just 2 months now, 5 MPs of the YSRCP have left the party, the latest happening only yesterday. Their Ongole MP, Magunta Srinivasulu Reddy, someone who's been a several times MP, quit the party, citing that he was feeling suffocated, claiming that this is a party which is not what he had once joined. So you've got Magunta Reddy, Srinivasulu Reddy, who's quit the party. He's not the only one. We've seen, and I'll put that on the screen at the moment, of the other MPs who've shifted sides in recent times. On the 24th of February, Narsapuram Lok Sabha member K. Raghu Ramakrishna Raju had also quit the party. Many of these people are resigning because allegedly they're not going to be given tickets. The fact is, Jagan Mohan Reddy wants to change a lot of his sitting MPs, is what we are being told at the moment. We'll put all those names that you're getting of the MPs who've decided to quit. 23rd of January, Lavu Sri Krishna Devralayu resigned again from the YSRCP. Again, a sitting MP resigning from the party. So you've got a series of high-profile resignations, or resignations certainly, of sitting MPs of the YSRCP taking place. And that's put pressure on Jagan Mohan Reddy as he tries to get a re-election. Now, one person who knows a thing or two about what happens in the state of Andhra Pradesh is T.S. Sudhir, veteran journalist. What is it that explains the spate of resignations? 5 MPs resigning in the last couple of months. Anti-incumbency, or is it that they feared that Jagan Mohan Reddy wasn't going to give them a ticket?
Rajdeep, what is happening in Andhra Pradesh and in YCP in particular is a game of musical chairs. Jagan Mohan Reddy has made it very clear that he won't be renominating many of his sitting MLAs and MPs. Remember, last time the YCP had won 151 out of the 175 assembly seats and 22 of the 25 Lok Sabha seats. So in that sense, it was a brute majority. Closer to the elections now in 2024, Jagan Mohan Reddy obviously realizing that many of his sitting MPs and MLAs have become a kind of liability. So he's doing 2 things. Either he's refusing to nominate them, give them the seat, or he's offering that they should shift to a neighboring constituency, either assembly or a Lok Sabha constituency. So what is happening within the YCP is a churning of sorts. A lot of reshuffle is taking place. Many MLAs and MPs have been denied tickets. And Jagan obviously learning from the KCR mistake, because KCR, you remember, in Telangana did not deny tickets to many of his sitting MLAs because he feared that they were very strong in their constituency and they could do more damage if they were denied the tickets. Jagan Mohan Reddy learning from the BJP example of the High Command, that is he himself, deciding that so-and-so will not be given a ticket, and whoever is not being given a ticket, these 5 MPs and 1 Rajya Sabha MP also who has quit, they're obviously choosing to leave the party.
Sudhir, just hold on to that thought, because I interviewed Jagan Mohan Reddy. Remember, he's not given an interview also ready to the national media for the last 5 years while he's been Chief Minister. I asked him this question, and this was just exactly about a month ago. Why were so many sitting MPs leaving his party? Was it anti-incumbency? Listen into what he had to say.
You know, every party conducts their own surveys. And every party, based on those surveys, based on the perception they believe in, they would actually make these changes. See, the fact is, there is a government which is delivered. People are happy with the government. That's what we strongly believe. That's what the surveys, what we have conducted, have also revealed. But there are a lot of cases where the perception on the MLAs and the local leaders per se is not all that good. So at times, based on various caste dynamics, based on perception, that a party would be forced to make these changes.
Right through this campaign, I look forward to chatting with you about Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and of course plenty more. Appreciate you joining us as ever. Just about enough time to leave you with our image of the day, or our story of the day. A manifesto was released today for the disabled, for the specially abled, and it's a manifesto worth looking at, because they are the ones who really need your support. They've crafted this manifesto in the belief that citizens with disability need much more attention from our system. You can see those images of the Prime Minister, but the fact is, India's disabled have never really had a manifesto of their own. That's the attempt which the National Association for Disability is making. National Center for Promotion of Employment for Disabled People is making. They want employment, above all, equal opportunity. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. You are with the Election Unlocked. The news continues.